Planet Entertainment, what is up? It is yo boy Akasa, now streaming or now recording in 60 frames per second. I am ready for this. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for all of this? Yeah, alright. Anyways, let's get into it. This is it, guys. This is what we came here for. This is what you wanted to see. This is why I have my powers together. And after that, we move on to the Legend of Korra. That's what it's all about. That's what I'm waiting on, the big one anyways. I'm looking forward to it all. Looking forward to all of this. This has been a long time coming. We've had a great episode, a great ride. This is it, basically. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's been some good episodes, really good episodes, and we're finally about to finish it. It's been has it been a year now? I don't even remember when I started Avatar. I was in a whole nother apartment at that time. It hasn't been a year. I think it's been close to a year though, that's for sure. That has been for sure. Let's get into it, guys. If you want the full reaction, make sure you check out Patreon. If you want the early access stuff, check out Patreon. Probably the only place you can get Avatar right now is Patreon, because Viacom is being difficult. Everything changed when Viacom blocked my shit. Let's get into it, guys. The series finale of Avatar, The Last Airbender, starts now. What do I think? That music. Interesting. Damn. Alright. That was it. We finally finished it, guys. We finally finished Avatar, The Last Airbender. I guess there's two sides of me to this show. The way I kind of look at it, there's two sides of me. There's one side of me that, if I just take it for what it is, and then I just try to absorb it, I enjoyed that part. Then there's I suppose the reactor side of me, or the more critical side of me that sometimes I can, I guess, see things before they happen, or see, like, I had no idea. I had no idea that Aang was going to take away Ozai's bending ability, and I kind of wish I didn't call it, because it would have probably been more of a shock to me, or more interesting to me. I swear to you, on the Fire Nation, that I had no idea it was going to end that way, and nobody's ever told me about that. I remember somebody tried spoiling something for me a while back where they were like, I can't wait till he gets to the part where Aang gets shot in the back, or Aang dies, and I was like, huh? Like, and I tried to unblur it and I couldn't, like, think about it. And then once he did get shot in the back later with Azula, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's it. But then in this particular episode, so when he got hit in the back, I was like, oh shit, maybe he's gonna die here. But that didn't happen. So it's a tricky situation, I think, with the generation of the internet, and when you search around and you just talk about it with other people, you have theories about it, and you know, a good example is actually with the Flash. The Flash just had its season 4 finale, and there was a huge reveal. Maybe by the time this airs, if you haven't seen it, spoiler warning, they reveal who the mystery girl is. And the thing about it is, even if anybody with an internet connection would have known, like, would have seen the talk about it. Anybody that joins any sort of Instagram fan site, even without spoiling it, every theory was pretty on the money about who it was going to be. So there wasn't really that much of a build-up, and or they shouldn't have really spent so much time on that. However, believe it or not, I was looking around and there were some people that were legitimately shocked on who the reveal of the mystery girl was. Like, if you check the Twitter feeds or whatever, you'll see people like, oh man, I was shook. This was crazy, like that. So I sometimes miss those day and ages where there would be something like that, and where you could be really, truly surprised. It's just that somehow, some way, it just kind of, I just kind of assume that, okay, if Aang's not gonna kill him, and he can't incapacitate him directly, I guess, then the only other thing would be to maybe take the power away. Now, here's the Game of Thrones side of me sort of kicking in terms of like an actual war. I mentioned this a few times, is I was gonna say, even if you take out the Fire Lord, you still have an entire army, you still have Azula, you still have some of the generals stationed everywhere, right? And I wanted to say that even if you take out a few of them, the rest of the crew is still around doing some shit, right? But in some form or fashion, I guess it makes sense if you take out the head, like at least the main two leaders, the rest of the army will fall. There might be some resistance. I think the thing with me that just bothered me about this last chapter was the idea that for 100 years, for 100 years or so, the Fire Nation has been so huge and has been built up so strong, and they had such a huge army that it just took like a handful of kids in the Avatar to take down the entire squad, like to take down the entire Fire Nation. That's the part that kind of struck me a little strange, was like, in 100 years, nobody ever tried to like assassinate that dude. Nobody ever tried to infiltrate. Nobody in the Fire Nation tried to like poison him or anything like that. That's the part that kind of bothered me a little bit, was the fact that there wasn't really a huge army. Even like, for example, the season finale of season 1 with the Water Tribe, they still had an army fighting a Fire Nation army, and then finally it took the Avatar to turn into that giant water spirit thing or whatever and take out the rest of the army, and that's when they finally, for the most part, the Fire Nation bolted because the army was pretty much taken down. It was just a little, this part was just a little strange. I guess the only thing that I can really say is the fact that they did say in the military, they did say in the military meeting is that their army was stretched thin. So maybe that's what that's why they were able to be taken out a little bit easier, because their army was stretched so thin that it was that easy to kind of like conquer them or what have you not. So I would love to see, maybe I'm gonna look for the comics or something like that and see how the rest of this plays out, because there's stuff about Zuko's mom. I don't know if it's answered in Legend of Korra. And I saw some weird photo one time of like, when I was looking for thumbnails for you guys, I saw like, I thought it was a spoiler, but I saw like adult Aang and kissing somebody, or And so I thought that we were going to flash forward here, but I guess that didn't happen either. So maybe that happens in Korra or something like that. I don't know. Alright guys, that's it. I appreciate it, guys. Ooh, the battery is dying really quickly, so we'll wrap it up here. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing journey on Avatar. I cannot wait to step into this next. I hope we don't have as many problems with Viacom as we did, but if you want all the full reactions and all the untouched, unblocked videos and such, it should all be on Patreon, and it really helps support the channel as well, okay? See you next week then, for Legend of Korra, as we begin that. Alright. Yip yip, motherfucker. Peace out, guys. Yeah.